Welcome back to Project 613. Today we are going to learn another mitzvah associated with Shabbat, and that is the negative prohibition against walking beyond the city's limits on Shabbat. This is known as Tchum Shabbos. It is forbidden to travel beyond the city's limits on Shabbos, as the verse says, Al Yetze Ish Mimkomo Bayom HaShabbat, a person shall not leave his place on Shabbat. Now when we say it's forbidden to travel beyond the city's limits on Shabbat, this is not a reference to traveling in a car or in any vehicle, because this will be forbidden regardless. We know it's forbidden to drive in a car on Shabbat because one of the forbidden categories of work of the 39 types of forbidden melachot on Shabbat is kindling a fire. And by starting the ignition of a car, we are in effect making a spark, which halachically is the beginning of a fire, and that is forbidden, and that's why it's forbidden to drive a car on Shabbat regardless. But over here, when we talk about traveling beyond the city's distance on Shabbat, this means even by foot. It's forbidden to walk beyond the city's limits on Shabbat, and that is walking beyond the distance of 2,000 amot, which 2,000 cubits, which is approximately 3,000 feet. And this is known as Tchum Shabbos. Where do we know this from? As mentioned, the verse says, Al Yetze Ish Mimkomo Bayom HaShabbat, no man shall leave his place on Shabbat. And this was an instruction that was given to the Jewish people when they were in the desert. We know that the manna would fall every day, and the Jewish people would go out to collect it. But on Shabbat, the manna would not fall. And therefore, Moses gave over the instruction from Hashem, telling the people that there is no point going to find it. And the words that he told them was, Al Yetze Ish Mimkomo Bayom HaShabbat, no man should leave his place on Shabbat. And our sages taught that this was not only an instruction for the generation in the desert, but rather this is a reference to the Jewish people in all times, teaching us this mitzvah of Tchum Shabbos, that it is forbidden to walk beyond the city's distance on Shabbos. Practically speaking, what this means is that once a person reaches the limits of town, the limits of the city, he has a 2,000 amma buffer zone. He has a 2,000 cubit area where it would still be permitted for him to walk, and this is true in any direction. One is allowed to leave town in any direction, and in each direction he has a full 2,000 amot where he would be able to walk. But once he reaches the limit of 2,000 amot beyond the end of town, from that point on it would be forbidden for him to walk even one step further. And if a person did walk any further, then they would need to remain in their spot until Shabbat ends. They will not be able to move from there because it would be forbidden to walk once you are outside of the city's limits on Shabbat. More details in how this area is measured and what happens if a person does need to walk for one reason or another outside of this distance of Shabbat, how to perform the Eruv Techumin. We will learn more about this tomorrow. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.